Okay, so I took about a year or so off from QVC, and when I came back, we had a wonderful host that was doing Silver Style, and her name was Jill Bauer. And so they said to me, you know what, we realized that 40% of silver jewelry was silver and gemstones. So I went and got trained by the Gemological Institute of America. I am not a graduate gemologist, but there was a course that you could take to get certified, which I did. And I've always loved gems, and my love affair with gems was born. So now we have the best of all worlds. And this happens to be your choice of either gold over silver that is very much more limited, or the all silver, which happens to be, honey, we're good. You stay tuned. We got it. Happens to be my favorite in a one-time only price, which means, and here is our expert, our Nan Kelly, who loves gems and jewelry as much as I do.
We wouldn't be here this late at night.
No, honey. Well, you know what? I just can't believe. I know that you've come to QVC about a year-ish ago.
Yes.
But for years and years and years, on March 1st, we did what was called Big Bonanza Silver Day. And Big Bonanza Silver Day was in honor of the Comstock Lode, the largest silver strike in the history of the U.S. If you go to my Facebook or Instagram, you'll see those fun pictures from way back when. And every single March 1st was 24 hours of silver jewelry, and people have asked for it back. So I don't care what date it is. I'm just glad it's here. For many, many years, we would not have had gemstones in silver on our Big Bonanza Silver Day. So that's what we call it that, because it was literally that bonanza of finding silver that changed the West. If you've ever been to Virginia City, Nevada, fun fact, the Haunted Mansion in France, in Paris, is patterned after a schoolhouse that is in Virginia City, Nevada.
How the heck do you remember this?
Because I was on the shoot literally 30 years ago, and I remember everything.
Oh my
That's me.
gosh,
I know, I have a good memory.
30 years ago, you do, girl.
So here we go. Your choice of sterling or silver that has been plated in 14 karat gold. It will change the way the gemstone vibes.
Yes.
I always alluded to moonlight and sunlight. The gold will give a little warmth to all of your stones. The silver, in my opinion, really lets their colors pop. So your choice is going to be your peridot. And we're talking in the peridot, basically way over 7 to over 9 carats. We have 6 dozen in the yellow in the peridot and 120 in the silver. And we do have sizes small, average, large. So 6 3/4, 7 1/4, 8. Black spinel, maybe you're thinking of Jill's beautiful ring that she had a little earlier. We have 120 in the yellow, 200 in the silver. My birthstone, the garnet, January baby. We have 7 in the yellow, 6 dozen in the silver. Here is our icy sky blue topaz. Things are getting limited, guys. 5 dozen in the yellow, 110 in the silver. Here's our amethyst, that rich royal purple, 100 in the yellow, 180 in the silver, and I know I doubled up on my black spinel, but look how gorgeous these look. We're next to each other, because there is your gorgeous citrine, 4 dozen in yellow, and 124 in the silver, in a gorgeous, flexible, elegant bracelet that had a QVC price of $215. Now, Nan, one-time only values are few and far between. They come in one show and one show only. So even though it's the end of the day, this still is a one-time only value, meaning the price goes up at the end of the show, which is an hour. No, it is 55 minutes from now. It's the lowest price for 3 months guaranteed. So we've missed Mother's Day and maybe graduation and maybe a gift to give to your family member that you're visiting for Passover and you're staying with them and you wanted to give them their birthstone. But everything about this bracelet is so beautifully made, and I love the fact that you're saving $85 by shopping with me and Nan right now. That's a wow.
That is a wow.
That's a wow.
I've seen a lot of bracelets in my time in retail, and I did not look at that price until you just said $85 you're saving. I want to show you, the camera was on my wrist, but come back. Jane was talking about how the stones are going to look different depending on which metal you choose. Here's a great description, or a great in-person look at it. This is amethyst. Now, in the silver, it kind of looks like an iolite a little bit. And then in the gold over, it has that warmth. You have a little more of an orangey yellow. Of course, I love the citrine and the gold because it's just tone on tone.
Right.
Isn't that pretty? There are 30 stones in the small, 32 stones in the average, and 36 stones in the large.
Wow.
So if you like a large carat weight, if you like more is better and bigger is better, this is a bracelet in a marquee cut. I mean, who does a bracelet in a marquee cut?
I know. And put them on the diagonal. So I just want to do the famous measuring. I love that Levin agrees with me about the whole ruler thing. But we're just looking at, even though we talked about a bold weight in terms of, let's say, the amethyst is going to go from over 8 to over 9.5 carats. But you're still talking about 3/16 or a little more than 1/4 of an inch wide. So it still is that everyday wearable joggers in a t-shirt kind of moment. If you have Diamondique, like this very popular ring that's coming up, if you did the bracelet that was the today's special value on Gem Day, that also was a tennis bracelet, but a completely different cut. This is the bracelet. I did a lot of research into tennis bracelets, and of course, the name came from Chris Everett, and it's also a very sporty bracelet, which means an everyday bracelet, because she did wear hers on the tennis court. But it also goes back to what they used to call, in some TAMs, the eternity bracelet, so forever love for Mother's Day, or even a bracelet that was considered like the stripes on a uniform, the stripes you earn as you go through life.
You are a walking encyclopedia.
Well, you know, when you've been working here for as long as I have, Dan, it all goes. What's happening, Sean? Garnet just sold out in yellow. I don't know if we're ever doing this bracelet again. So I'd love, with your gem expertise, let's go back in. And I'd love to focus on the silver because we're far more limited in the yellow than we are in the silver.
Let's go with the silver.
300 total in yellow, so that's flying.
Wow, that is
But let's start with that citrine that you just talked about, the happy-go-lucky gem.
Citrine is a wonderful sunny color. It is it's your November birthstone. That's your marquee cut. Those are the S bars, kind of the soft S bars in the middle. Citrine has a great transparency. It's really kind of eye clean, if you want to call it that. So marquees are very hard to cut because you lose a lot of rough. Well, they're not hard to cut. They're just hard on the heart of the cutter because you're losing a lot of rough. You got to keep it tapered at the end, and it has to be fatter in the middle. And then the peridot is right next door. Peridot is August birthstone. It's that neon, fresh cut spring grass color. It's beautiful and vibrant for summer, and I think if you're buying the peridot, I must insist you get it in the silver because I think that's just the best combination.
And if you want to do a mother's bracelet, like for me, I have a peridot baby and I have an amethyst baby. So think about, instead of that mother's ring that we did way back when for my mom, how beautiful would it be to collect the birthstones of the people you love, your children, your honey, your mom and dad. And I've always thought they look beautiful together. And then I'm going to add myself in here. We can talk about garnets next. So that's me and my 2 girls. You know,
I love that.
We just love each other so much.
And that's Mardi Gras. Those are good, that purple and green color. So the garnet is your January birthstone. Garnet is its own species. It comes in many, many varieties and many, many colors. That's cinnamon red. And if you're getting the silver, which I highly recommend the garnet and the silver, it's going to be that blue red. You know, that lipstick color that looks good on everybody.
And if you need to check your lipstick, remember, my silver style earrings are still available, but they've been very popular, right, Sean? So, you know, 1,800 ordered, very limited in Brenda's Rose Gold. So if you do need to check your lipstick, like that garnet, we got the earrings. We'll let you know about that in a moment. And then this just like soft, like it's the cleanest, clearest ocean ever as it comes up to the shore, and you can see the pebbles underneath that. $400 out the door, and again, you guys, you're getting a $215 multi-gemstone bracelet in the blue topaz. The weights go from 9.5 carats to 11 carats of gems that have been inspected by the Gemological Institute of America.
Sure, that's a good point that I want to dive off of. So sky blue is your lightest topaz color, excuse me. We do utilize the GIA, the Gemological Institute of America, their expertise in our quality assurance process. So when we say you're getting blue topaz or black spinel or garnet, you are truly getting that.
Right.
That's our
And
promise to you.
that's an extra expense on us
Yes,
that
and our
we do.
vendors.
I mean, I've been selling jewelry on television for 37 years, but you might be brand new. You have 30 days to love it or return it. Oh, Brenda, I love your outfit with that cute little blazer.
Isn't
But
that
I
great?
do want to count you down and let you know what's left. Because if this sells out, number one, it's not going to be coming back at this price. And number two, it may not come back at all. Like when our friend Peyton Kelly is here, he tells us that in order to find the gems, here at QVC, we have a very narrow color range.
Yeah.
So it would have to be within this color range. So if you want the
you're right.
citrine, in the silver, 90, and in the yellow, a dozen. So if that sells out, run. The amethyst, in the silver, 145, 6 dozen in the yellow. This is why I said go for that yellow. Now our peridot, 95 in the silver, 40 in the yellow.
Oh, look at the difference in the color.
I just love the two-tone. I think that's so fun.
I do too.
Garnet is only left in silver, 50, that's it. That's amongst the 3 sizes. Then we're looking at blue topaz. Totally different vibe. So we have 85 in the icy silver, 40 in the warm yellow, and then black spinel is the most popular.
Of course.
We have 170 in the silver and 90 in the yellow. If you wear a lot of black, I would get both.
Yeah, I would
because
too.
and now that, look at this, guys, I've made a really fun mess of bracelets. Look at that.
Nothing wrong with that, girl.
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
It's
nothing
so good. It's a one-time only value. That means in 47 minutes, the price goes up. It will not be this low again through April, May, and almost the end of June, for goodness sake.
Wow.
And I don't know about you, but I would be really happy to see this on my wardrobe.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Nan,
Good job.
look who's here.
Oh.
My special guests are here.
They're here?
They're here. They're live.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
that is Scrub Daddy and Scrub Mommy.
No, wait a
but
minute, there's a ring
Scrub
on it.
Mommy's wearing the bracelet.
Oh, she's wearing the bracelet.
See, so our bracelets are a ring on Scrub Mommy. And I love that all the elegance that I try to bring out, not happening. I love it. What?
On the left hand. Oh, is she?
Wait,
is she engaged?
Was that something special that we didn't know about?
They got engaged?
Well, it's Scrub Mommy and Scrub Daddy. I don't know. You know, we'll find out. We'll find out. Nan,
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Jane.
We'll be right back as we continue on the last 45 minutes of our Big Bonanza Silver sale.